Hey there, high level listeners. We've got a brand new English vocabulary video for you this week on high level listening. This is our English language channel where we help you sound more easygoing and natural in English through fun conversations in side by side American and British English. I'm Kat from the United States.
And I'm Mark from the UK, and today we're talking about cooking food at home. So making meals in your kitchen. And today we'll share lots of useful everyday vocabulary and phrases about cooking through our short stories that we've cooked up for you today.
That's right. Like always, Mark and I will share a short story. Mine will use more American English, and Mark's will use more British English. And in our stories, you'll hear naturally spoken phrases and common expressions to help you talk about food, preparing the food, and cooking at home.
Yes, that's right. And don't forget, like always, you can get the bonus materials for this episode in our Season 4 study pack. The bonus materials includes PDF transcripts, there's listening activities, there's an ad-free MP3 download version, and a picture dictionary as well. You can find the link to that in our store below, or you can join us as a high-level listener vocabulary builder here on YouTube and get everything that way too. You've got two options. Okay, so let's get started with today's stories. Kat will go first, like always. And today's question is, what kind of cooking have you been doing lately?
Honestly, I've been cooking at home a lot more these days. I'm trying to eat healthier and save money, so I've cut back on takeout and started stocking up on more pantry staples for easy use. On weekdays, I'm usually short on time, so I'll whip something up like a stir fry or a hearty soup. Sundays are my prep days. I'll batch cook some grains and roast some chopped veggies or marinate some chicken so it's ready to go. I've got a few go-to meals I can throw together in under 20 minutes. Now I just need someone to do the dishes for me.
Sorry. Okay, right. Sounds like you've got a good system going.
All right, so what about you, Mark? What kind of cooking have you been doing lately?
I've also been trying to get a system going these days. After work, I'll pop down to the shops for a few fresh bits, then see what I can rustle up with what I have to hand. I tend to do a lot of one-pot meals on weeknights. Definitely saves on the washing up. I even made a cracking shepherd's pie the other night. Proper comfort food and dead easy too. My cooking's still a bit hit or miss though. Sometimes it's lovely, sometimes it's burnt to a crisp. But with a bit of trial and error, I'm getting better every time I give it a go. Okay, so those are our short stories today. Don't worry if you didn't understand everything. We're about to go back through them one more time, and we're going to focus on the best vocabulary and expressions about cooking. So let's start your story again, Kat. Have you been cooking much lately?
Honestly, I've been cooking at home a lot more these days. A good way to talk about some of the things you've done recently is I've been doing. Because I've been doing it over time, I've been studying, I've been listening, I've been watching, and I've been cooking at home a lot more these days. These days is a phrase that we can use for more recently or in recent days. I've been cooking at home a lot more these days. What about you, Mark? Have you been cooking much lately?
I've also been trying to get a system going these days. So I'm using the same tense as Kat, the present perfect progressive or present perfect continuous. So over many days, I have been trying to get a system going. A system. A system is another word for a routine or a habit. I do the same thing every time. And so if I get a system going, it means I start a new habit and I try to keep it going. Maybe every Sunday is cooking day, or every afternoon on Monday, I go to the shop for a few bits. I'm trying to build a routine. I'm trying to get a system going. And again, this started a few days ago or started a few weeks ago, and I've been trying every time to get a system going these days. Okay, back to your side of the story, Kat. Is there a reason you're cooking more at home?
Well, I'm trying to eat healthier and save money.
Good reason.
So that makes sense, right? Everything is a bit
Sure.
more expensive. And I notice that I'm not eating really healthy when I go out to eat. So I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to eat healthier. I'm trying to save money. I'm trying to cook more. I'm trying to work less. I'm trying to spend more time at home, right?
Do you think you could also say, I've been trying to eat healthier? Would that work too?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've been trying to eat healthier. That kind of sounds like I haven't been able to succeed yet.
Not easy.
Trying to eat healthier. Ugh, but I can't do it.
Ooh,
I
but
always
the
go out
burgers
with
look so
friends.
good.
We have a beer together. Exactly. So I've been
Oh.
trying to eat healthier, but I haven't succeeded. It sounds like, Mark, that you're kind of getting a system together. What's your routine like?
So after work, I'll pop down to the shops for a few fresh bits. Okay, there it is. Okay. I was
There's
waiting
so
for that.
many in this one. There's so many.
There are. So the first part of my new routine, my new system, after work, after I finish work, I'll pop down to the shops. I will every time. Pop down means visit quickly. I'll quickly visit the shops. I'll pop down to the shops. You could say pop to the shops. You could say pop down to the shops. Down is an extra word that native speakers add. I kind of imagine down the street or down the road. It's a little bit far from my house. I'll pop down to the supermarket. I'll pop down to the post office. I'll pop down to the pub. We like to use pop down together in British English. So I'll pop down to the shops. Shops can be any kind of store. It could be a small supermarket. It could be a greengrocer's. It could be a little corner shop. Anywhere that sells fruits and vegetables is the shops. And the shops, because it's the ones that I regularly go to or the ones close to my house. So I'll pop down to the shops for a few fresh bits. Does that get another flag? Bits?
Yeah. I mean, pop
Yeah.
down, shops, and fresh bits. It sounds like you're really just having a really nice time going down,
Little
going
bits,
shopping.
a few fresh bits,
Uh-huh.
especially in a British accent. Yes, I think every time we've talked about food or shopping, I've probably used the word bits because bits are items at the shop or items at the supermarket, products that you buy. I hear my British friends say, I need to get a few bits from the supermarket. Do you need anything? I'm just popping down to the supermarket for a few bits. Do you need anything? So bits is the word for products. What would you say in the States? Something different?
So probably if I were to translate this to American English, I would say after work, I'll head down to the store for a few fresh items or a few fresh things.
Okay, so back to your side. You said you're trying to eat healthier, save a bit of money. What are you cooking to eat healthier?
So I've cut back on takeout and started stocking up on more pantry staples for easy use. All right, let's start with the first phrase. I have cut back on something. I've cut back on something. So I've cut back on takeout. This means that before I was eating this much takeout, right? I was getting food to go, right? Food to go or takeout. And I'm cutting back, which means I'm lowering the amount that I eat. So I've cut back on takeout. That means that you don't eat as much. So I've cut back on takeout and started stocking up on more pantry staples. Okay, let's talk about the word takeout.
Good guess. Exactly.
Takeout.
In the US,
Takeout.
sorry, in the UK, takeaway. So I've cut back on takeaway. It's one word, but again, yeah, I think of greasy, unhealthy, fast food like hamburgers, pizza, it's takeaway.
It's kind of funny because I say, can I get this to go? And I'm going to eat takeout. So it's kind of interesting. We do say, I'll take this to go. So what would you say in British English?
Can I have this to take away?
Mhm.
And then I have a takeaway.
Yeah,
The
that
food
one's
is
easier.
takeaway. Right.
That
Yeah, it's
one's
pretty
easier.
consistent.
I'd
Mm.
like this to go, and I'm eating takeout, which means I'm eating the food in a box to go. So I cut back on takeout and I'm stocking up. If you stock up on something, you buy more of these items. Like if a storm is coming, you want to stock up on water. So I'm stocking up, buying more of it. I started stocking up on more pantry staples. Pantry staples. Now, your pantry is the storage or the closet in your kitchen. We keep food items there, canned food, dried food, bottles of food, sauces. If it doesn't have to go in the refrigerator, then it'll probably go in the pantry. I call this the pantry. The pantry usually almost is like a closet door. So I think of
Mm.
that as the pantry.
All right. Yeah. You can walk inside a pantry and like close the
Yeah,
door
you
behind
could
you.
if it's a big
Almost.
pantry. Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. Some people have a really big pantry, or it's just a door with lots of storage in it,
Mm.
right? So that's the pantry. So pantry staples are the things you usually keep: salt, pepper, some seasonings, dried rice, dried pasta, cans of beans, cans of some items. These are pantry staples or the basics that you have in your pantry. All right. So, Mark, you usually head down to the store and you buy a few fresh items. What do you do with what you bought?
So with the fresh bits, I'll then see what I can rustle up with what I have to hand.
Mhm.
So I'll see what I can rustle up with what I have to hand. Two main phrases in this. When you have lots of random or different items in your kitchen or in your fridge, and you want to put them together and make a meal, another way to make a meal is to rustle something up. Rustle it up. I don't really know what
You don't
rustle
know?
means.
You don't know
No,
where this
just
comes from?
like you
It
rustle your
comes from
hair.
cowboys.
Oh,
It
like
comes from
collect it?
cowboys. You have to go out and rustle something up. So usually you would take a
Oh,
lasso
yeah.
and you would go catch something for breakfast.
Nice. Okay. Oh, I like
Uh-huh.
that.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, that makes
rustlers.
me feel like,
Rustlers rustle up cattle. That's where it comes
okay,
from.
that makes me feel very, very manly. All of a
Very,
sudden.
very manly. Yes,
Yeah.
you rustling something
Nice.
up.
Rustle something up. Yeah, like kind
How
of go
very
into the
Texas
field.
of you.
Yeah, right. So maybe at the shop, I bought some tomatoes and onion, and at home, I have some beef and some garlic and pasta. Right. Okay, I can put them together. I can rustle up some spaghetti bolognese. So you probably didn't have a clear recipe in your mind. You just tried to be a bit creative. And yeah, okay, I can use that.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that would be good in it. And you go a bit freestyle where you're a bit creative with it. So I see what I can rustle up. I also think means do it quite quickly with what I have to hand. So yes, there's two different ways you can say this. What I have to hand. That is the British way to say the ingredients in my house. I have tomatoes to hand, means I have tomatoes in the kitchen. If I'm on the phone with someone and I need to write down a phone number, they'll say, do you have a pen to hand? I go, yeah, 2 seconds. Okay, I've got one. So if you have something to hand, it's available. It's around you. This is a different phrase in America. What would you say?
We say on hand. On hand.
Right.
I actually
Okay.
thought it was a typo when you wrote to hand.
Right.
I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you mean on hand. You mean on
Mm.
hand. And he's like, no,
I was like, no, no.
that's no.
Yes, sure. So
So
I see what I can rustle up with what I have to hand. So make something quickly with the ingredients in my house. Okay, so back to your side of the story, Kat. What kinds of meals do you rustle up?
So on weekdays, I'm usually short on time. So I'll whip something up like a stir fry or a hearty soup. So Mark said rustle up. I say whip something up. Now, it's kind of interesting. If Mark said I'm rustling something. That doesn't quite sound right. So he's
Mm.
rustling it up, what I can rustle up. Same thing with mine, what I can whip up. So I'll whip something up like a stir fry or a hearty soup. I'm usually short on time, so yeah, I'll put this, yep. Same as Mark did when he rustled something up. I'll whip something up, like a stir fry or a hearty soup. A stir fry for me is super easy. I slice a bunch of vegetables, I put them in the pan, and I fry them quickly. That's a stir fry. Literally, you are stirring and frying at the same time, a stir fry. Or a hearty soup. And if something is hearty, it fills your stomach. Okay. You are not hungry after you have a hearty soup. This might mean it has potatoes, beef, vegetables. It is hearty. It's nice and thick. It's nice and filling. That kind of sounds good. I think I might have that for lunch today. All right. So, Mark, what kind of meals do you usually whip up?
I tend to do a lot of one pot meals on weeknights.
Mm.
Definitely saves on the washing up. So one pot means I'm only cooking in one thing. All the ingredients go into one place. So that's nice and easy. I have a big pot that's quite tall, so I can fill it to make soup, stews, and other things. And I do a lot of one pot meals on weeknights. Weeknights are like weekdays, but weeknights are the evenings, 6 p.m., 7 p.m., Monday through Friday. So I don't want to cook on weeknights. I don't want to cook a complicated thing. I've been at work all day. I come home and I'm tired. I just want an easy meal. And one pot meals are easy because you just put everything in one pot. And the second bonus, it definitely saves on the washing up. I only have to clean one pot. Yeah, it saves on the washing up. Is that the
The
British
washing
way?
up. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd probably
What would
say
you say?
saves on washing the dishes. When you say
Right.
washing up, I know you're talking about the dishes, right?
Yes, it's not about washing myself or anything.
Yeah.
The washing up is just the dirty bowls, plates, and cutlery
Mm-hmm.
in the sink. You might say,
Yes.
oh, I hate doing the washing up. Or if you're in
Mm-hmm.
a couple, you might say, I cooked, so you do the washing up. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So yes, that's a phrase we use in the UK. So yeah, I tend to do a lot of one pot meals on weeknights. Definitely saves on the washing up, as in I do less washing up. Okay, back to your side. So trying to save money, eat healthily. Have you ever tried doing any meal prep?
Yeah, actually, Sundays are my prep days. I'll batch cook some grains and roast some chopped veggies. So this has become quite popular in the past, 5 to 10 years, especially. Meal prep. Meal prep. This is when you prepare your meals in advance. Basically, you prepare them, you cook them, you put them in a little container, and you put them in the fridge ready to go. So Sundays are my prep days. Prep is short for preparation, right? My prep days. Meal prep, prep days. I'll batch cook some grains. If you batch cook, you're making the portions for 3 or 4 meals, right? So that's what we mean by batch cooking. Instead of one small portion, you make a big portion. And then you take the portions for each day and each meal. So we batch cook some grains. Grains could be anything from couscous, rice, barley, oats, anything that usually comes in a little bag and is one of my pantry staples, any of the dried grains. Then you can usually cook them or boil them with water, and then they're perfect to have on the side of any meal. So I'll batch cook some grains and roast some chopped veggies. Okay, so we've got 2 good cooking words here, roast and chopped. Okay, so when you roast something, it usually means that you put the items in the oven. You could roast some chicken, you could roast some vegetables, you can roast some chopped veggies. To chop something is to cut into small pieces. You can slice into longer pieces or chop. And then when the veggies are finished, they are chopped veggies. CHOPPED. So when I'm finished roasting, they are roasted, chopped veggies. Okay, so once we're done with
Oh,
them, now they're roasted, right? Just like my roasted chicken. All right, so Mark, it sounds really interesting. You made a one pot meal. Do you have any examples of that?
I even made a cracking shepherd's pie the other night. Proper comfort food and dead easy too. So yes, I've been making one pot meals with all the ingredients in one. And one example was shepherd's pie. A shepherd's pie is a very traditional British meal. It's usually made with ground beef or beef mince and potatoes. It's very simple, like most British food. And I made a cracking shepherd's pie. Cracking, we used this word a few episodes ago. Cracking means excellent. If I'm talking about food, a cracking shepherd's pie is a delicious pie, or a cracking fish and chips. If you're talking about a restaurant, say, oh, they do a cracking Sunday roast. So that means it's delicious, it's excellent. And yeah, that is quite a British way to describe something. So I even made a cracking shepherd's pie the other night, could be 1 or 2 nights ago. Proper comfort food. Comfort food is food that makes you feel good. It's not necessarily healthy food. A lot of comfort food is not healthy, but it's filling, it's delicious, and it can make you feel like you're at home or make you feel very comfortable, hence comfort food. So when I miss home, I try and have fish and chips. That reminds me of England. So that's comfort food for me. And dead easy too. Dead easy. Yeah, another flag.
What a funny
Very,
phrase.
very
Dead
easy.
easy.
Yeah, dead just means very. So you
Really
might hear
easy.
like, yeah, it's dead easy. It's dead simple. Oh yeah, you can cook this meal. Don't worry, it's dead easy. So if it's very, very easy, a British person might say dead easy. Okay, back to your side. Tell me a bit more about the meal prep and how you've been preparing your food.
So I'll batch cook some grains, roast some chopped veggies, and marinate some chicken so it's ready to go. If you marinate something, it's when you put the items in a sauce of some sort or a liquid that will make it more tender, make it more flavorful. So a marinade, DE, is the sauce that it sits in, maybe for
Oh
3 or 4 hours,
yeah.
maybe overnight. And we marinate with a T, marinate the chicken. So that's the verb. And I marinate some chicken so it is ready to go. It has the seasonings, it has the flavor. When I come home the next day, it's just ready to go. It's ready to go.
Nice. So you marinate it in some marinade,
That's
right?
it. Yep,
English
exactly.
is silly. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Mark, would you consider yourself a good cook?
My cooking's still a bit hit or miss, though. Sometimes it's lovely. Sometimes it's burnt to a crisp.
That is truly hit or miss.
Yes,
That is
right.
like that's
So,
a big miss if you have burnt something to a crisp.
right. Yes. So my cooking is, if we talk about your cooking skills, you can say my cooking is good, or my cooking is not bad, or my partner loves my cooking. So
Mhm.
your ability to cook is just my cooking, and my cooking's still a bit hit or miss. So yes, hit or miss means sometimes great, sometimes bad. And the two examples of being very good, sometimes it's lovely. So lovely, delicious, it's excellent. Lovely soup. And sometimes it is burnt to a crisp.
How
Keep
did you
these four
manage
words
that?
together.
Burnt to a crisp. Just forgot about
Right.
it in the oven.
Yeah, right. Went up and had a bath and left it on. So burnt to a crisp means it is completely burnt. You cannot eat it, and you shouldn't eat it. It's not safe. It's completely black all the way around. So if
Could
you
you imagine?
destroyed food, if you overcooked it, it's burnt to a crisp. So that's my cooking. It's a bit hit or miss. Okay, last part of your story, Kat. So yeah, it sounds like you've got quite a good system going.
Yeah, I've got a few go-to meals I can throw together in under 20 minutes. Now I just need someone to do the dishes for me. All right, so I've got a few go-to meals. I like this phrase, it's my go-to, or they're my go-to meals. When we use this phrase, it's my go-to, it's kind of like the easiest or my favorite, right? So I've got a few go-to cafes in my neighborhood. Those are my favorite, or they're the easiest. So I've got a few go-to GOTO, go to meals I can throw together in under 20 minutes. You'll see this a lot in recipes, throw it together, something to throw together in under 20 minutes. Just like whip up, rustle up, throw together. I can throw these meals together in under 20 minutes. That's great. Remember, I'm really short on time. I don't have a lot of extra time. So if I can throw something together in under 20 minutes, that's fantastic. Now, I just need someone to do the dishes for me. Mark, would you be willing to do the dishes for me,
So,
please?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm very
you're too
busy. My
busy.
pot
I
is
see.
very big. The
Oh,
washing up,
right.
it's a very
Right,
big
right.
pot. It takes a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Sorry.
All right. So I hope not everything turns out burnt to a crisp, but you've got to be getting the hang of it now, right?
Yes, I am. With a bit of trial and error, I am getting better every time I give it a go. So, am I getting better at cooking? Yes, with a bit of trial and error. Trial and error, these two words often come as a couple. Black and white, fish and chips, trial and error. Trial is testing something or trying something new. Error is getting it wrong, making a mistake, but you learn what to do or you learn what not to do next time. So with a bit of trial and error or with practice, I'm getting better every time I give it a go.
All right, now that you've heard our kitchen stories and picked up a bunch of useful cooking vocabulary, let's go back and listen to those once more to help you practice. Honestly, I've been cooking at home a lot more these days. I'm trying to eat healthier and save money, so I've cut back on takeout and started using more pantry staples. On weekdays, I'm usually short on time, so I'll whip something up like a stir fry or a hearty soup. Sundays are my prep days. I'll batch cook some grains and roast veggies or marinate some chicken so it's ready to go. I've got a few go-to meals I can throw together in under 20 minutes. Now I just need someone to do the dishes for me.
And here's my story once more. I've been trying to get a bit of a system going these days. After work, I'll pop down to the shops for a few fresh bits, then see what I can rustle up with what I have to hand. I tend to do a lot of one-pot meals on weeknights. Definitely saves on the washing up. I even made a cracking shepherd's pie the other night. Proper comfort food and dead easy too. My cooking's still a bit hit or miss though. Sometimes it's lovely, sometimes it's burnt to a crisp. But with a bit of trial and error, I'm getting better every time I give it a go.
All right, so there you go. We hope this episode gave you some delicious new phrases to help you talk about food and cooking in high-level English. Let us know in the comments. What kind of food do you like to cook? How often do you cook at home? Let us know in the comments below. We read and reply to every single comment we get here on YouTube.
Yes, we really do. And don't forget, you can grab the Season 4 Study Pack bonus materials for this episode and all of our others in the links below. That's PDF transcripts, the listening activities, the ad-free MP3 version, and there's a new 4-page picture dictionary of every episode. And it's all 20% off right now as well. You can get those through the links in the description below.
Thanks so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time on High Level Listening.
Bye-bye.